Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another vlog. Today's going to be a great day, and that's because we're getting the front mount intercooler finally installed, hopefully, fingers crossed, on the 33.4. I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing while you're watching this, that you're having or have had a great day and you're feeling awesome as well. But anyways, you're probably wondering, wait, hang on, the 33.4 is all fixed and back? And the answer to that is yes. I didn't get to film any of it getting fixed or anything like that, and that's because obviously I had to tow the car to Okachan's workshop, Yashio factory. And then from there, I kind of just got all the new Nissan parts sent directly to him, and he fixed it all up for me, which is just amazing. Once again, I have to say, huge shout out to Okachan. He looked after me so well, you know, like lending me the truck and everything to take the car from the track to his workshop and everything. It was just super awesome. Now, I do have some footage to show you the kind of like factory water cooler, oil cooler kind of block that bolts onto the block and where it broke and how it was damaged. So I'll throw that in now. This is the factory water oil cooler kind of block, and this is where the water cooler sits, and this is where the oil filter normally sits. And you can see that it completely snapped off right there. So little tip for all you guys: if you get a sandwich plate, don't over tighten that, because it's alloy, it's weak, and if you tighten it too much, it'll break. But otherwise, I just wanted to show you guys some of the other things that I kind of damaged on the car during that whole fiasco. Alright, so I guess first things first, let me just show you all the new parts. If we get down in here, see if we can get the GoPro down there so you can see it all. You can see the nice new shiny part bolted against the block. Nice new compact oil filter, and you can see the sandwich plates all still in there, and that's all good, not leaking anymore. It's going to be hard. I'm going to try and like pressure wash all of that out and try and get some more oil out of there. And another thing I kind of damaged from the tow strap was this, because I need like one of those towing points that kind of bolts in there and comes out here or something. I don't know, I need to figure that out. But all in all, the car's back up and running, and it's awesome. One thing I did discover when I came home after the drift event were these oil marks here. And now all of these little ones, they're much bigger right now because I've kind of been spraying degreaser on them because I'm trying to break it down and I'm going to hose it all out. But there's one big spot here of oil, which the car's kind of on top of, and then there's like this dribble spot that goes all the way down out the driveway. That would have happened the morning I left at 4 a.m. So, and then this other dribble drop here, that was from me like maneuvering the car away from the wall at 4 a.m. So when I parked it there, it was losing oil. Then I've gone and moved it, like, you know, in the morning when I started it up and moved it and everything, it was just dribbling out. And then you can actually see these drops all the way up the road. But what's crazy is that it didn't bust, it like resealed itself or something till I got to the track, because I didn't lose any oil pressure on the drive there. It was a 2.5 hour drive. Like, I'm really surprised that there was no issue. And that's what I mean, like the first initial issue was the oil filter seal had kinked when I put it on. So this is why you need to do that little like dip your finger in the engine oil and put it on the seal so it doesn't grip and then kink. And that's what happened. The seal had kinked, and then after heating and cooling so many times, it wasn't sealing anymore, and it was leaking out of the oil filter. And when we discovered it at the track, we were like, okay, hey, let's just do one more half a turn and make sure that the sandwich plate adapter is on there tight. And when we did that extra half a turn, it didn't feel like it broke, but it was too much that I guess it did break. So yeah, we kind of like made the situation worse at the track. If we had just fixed the seal and the oil filter and put it all back on and not tried tightening the sandwich plate, we probably would have been fine. But you know, cars, these things happen. So anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting, and I was kind of a little bit surprised that I didn't see these oil marks when I was reversing out in the morning. I guess I was super excited, and it was 4 a.m. and I was kind of sleepy as well. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to clean all this up so my neighbors don't cry. Anyways, right now I'm heading to a huge hardware store because I need to get a hole saw, 80mm hole saw, because for the intercooler kit, after reading all the instructions from Greddy, I need to put a hole down in here. So we're going to do that, go and find a metal hole saw here in Japan, and let's go take you guys along for the journey, shall we? Alright, so I'm in this much bigger hardware store, as you can see. And it's only like an extra 5 minutes away from the other one, so I think I'm going to make this one my home hardware store from now on. Anyways, I'm going to try and find where the hole saws are. Alright, a quick little update for you guys. My hole saw did a nice hole here. This is for the main, like, I guess the charge pipe that comes up and then loops around here and goes into the throttle body. So really happy with that came out, especially with the hole cutting tool that they had for cutting metal. It was this guy here, so it was extremely hard to try and like hold that level so it didn't catch on anything. It was a bit kind of dodgy. But anyways, it worked. And with the IKEA cheap drill as well, so really lucky with that. And like, look at all this oil and crap in here that I need to clean out as well from the accident at the track. So we'll do that today as well. But yeah, really happy with how that hole turned out. I filed it all down so it's not going to cut anyone, and I'm going to get some backline and cut a slit through it and put it around it so it doesn't rub up against the piping once it's installed. But from here, I'm going to keep going through and get the rest of the kit installed. Greddy front mount intercooler is now all mounted up. I've got all the joiners and the hose clamps all tightened, and the entire kit it went together so easily. Once I actually had the tools that I needed to, like the angle grinder to be able to grind away a little bit of the plastic off the AC fan, and as well as then grind a little bit off the chassis rails here so there was nothing touching. Everything went really smooth. The only other thing you need to do is you need to have a hole saw for cutting 80mm here, like an 80mm diameter hole. And honestly, it looks totally factory. It doesn't look like it wasn't meant to be there, especially when you do the vac line around it and kind of seal it in there. It looks really clean. And from this side, same deal. Obviously, you can see the join here, and there's a little bit of silicone there that I've just put on to hold it there so that it doesn't accidentally fall off or anything. Generally, it doesn't, but it's a good idea to put it there. But overall, general consensus on the kit, it is freaking awesome. Everything just matches up and lines up perfectly. Didn't have any problems. So yeah, guys, if you got R33, R34 Skyline, definitely pick up this kit. It's well worth its money. And yeah, I mean, all you need really is an angle grinder and basic tools and things like that, and you can make it work. So really loved it. But overall, going to put everything back together, try and make sure now that the front bar all fits on, you know, don't want to talk too soon, right? So yeah, we'll put the front bar back on and everything, and then yeah, we'll give this a spin. Okay, so I'm out taking the car for a test drive, and I just want to make sure everything's all good, and I just want to know, is there a noticeable difference just like putting around the streets and doing a couple pulls? Obviously, I think the best way that I'm going to notice like a big difference is when I'm out on the track drifting and like, you know, with heat soak issues and things like that. Hopefully this lighting is okay and you guys can still see what's going on. But yeah, we're just going to drive around, do a couple pulls and see if there's a big difference. But otherwise, I'm not expecting much of a noticeable difference right now on the street. I think I'm really going to notice it at the track. But anyways, let's do a couple pulls, let you guys hear some awesome sounds, and we'll go from there. All right, we're going to just do a quick second gear pull. Okay. So it feels like there is definitely a little bit more lag in the system, like that initial kind of like throwback in the seat. There's definitely a bit more lag, like a tiny bit. But when it does come on, it comes on harder, so that's good. That's kind of what I expected, a little bit of lag because of the extra piping, but you know, expecting it to kind of come on harder because now the air is going to be much cooler, so that's good. One other thing I noticed is the blow-off valve is it's fluttering longer, like it's going a lot longer than it previously did, and that's because there's more air in the system that it needs to vent out. So that's kind of cool. That's a cool bonus because you get cool like noises, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm really interested in what this is going to be like on the track now, because that's where the real test is, like dealing with heat soak issues and things like that. Listen to my rear brakes. I really need to chafer off the edges of those pads. It's so bad, especially in winter when those brake pads are cold. Need to really do that. Next day off, that's definitely on my list. Sounds really good. Okay, so I finally got that front mount intercooler installed, which is awesome. I've been waiting like nearly 3 to 4 weeks to get that done since we've got it, and it's been sitting here waiting. It's been like, it's been tempting me so much. Anyways, and then obviously that failed attempt last week before the drift event. Like, in hindsight, looking back and how long it took me to get it done today, I had no chance to get that done, plus all the gaskets and painting the rocket covers and the timing belt retention and stuff like that. It was insane to think that I could do all of that in one day. Well, not in one day, but more like in the time that I had left in that day to get it done. But anyways, you know, obviously we know what the outcome was. I still didn't end up drifting, so yeah, in hindsight, definitely plan things out and really work out everything that you need to do beforehand so that you can better kind of manage your time with things like that. Today, once again, super happy with the intercooler, super happy with the install, how everything went, how I did everything to install it. Like, there was nothing that I needed to do that was dodgy, or I didn't have to MacGyver anything up or anything like that. So I'm super happy. It looks really nice, neat and tidy. And I actually really like it. The bottom part, it also kind of like supports where the piping comes in my front bar a little bit more as well. So that's good. It's a lot more sturdier now. I'm super pumped to get some fiberglass and patch all of that up and then wrap the whole car. That's probably the main thing that's going to be happening this month to the car, because there's no actual drift events happening this month in December. There is some in January, which is actually the same day as May's birthday, which is going to be awesome. So maybe she can get the day off work and I'll take her out for like a birthday drifting session and nighttime dinner. That'll be a cool vlog, I think. But yeah, overall, I think what I'm going to try and focus on for the channel content-wise is it's Christmas this month. I want to show you guys the culture of what it's like here in Japan for Christmas. It's very different to America and England and Australia, completely different here. Christmas is more of a dating day, like kind of like Valentine's Day. But anyways, I'll explain it in other vlogs and maybe Japan 101 episode about it. But anyways, guys, I'm rambling on now. Once again, thanks heaps for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. And you know what? Yeah, I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm so exhausted. Thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao, mata ne.